Greetings, Pastor Ed here. I hope you're having a fantastic week. I wanted to give you a heads up about what we're expecting this week, but before I do, a reminder that on this last Sunday, we talked about seeing stars, and we talked about continuing in our series on traditions. We talked about the stars that we see around this season, right? We put a star on top of our Christmas tree. Some of us put stars up in our yards. Different places we see stars. And so we looked at the Christmas story, and we looked at the story of the wise men, as some folks refer to them, as they traveled to see the Christ child. And we know it happened not on Christmas morning, but we nonetheless looked at that story and talked about how the wise men believed that the star pointed towards the fulfillment of God's promise. We also looked in the book of Revelation, the very last book of the Bible, where Jesus is referred to as the morning star. And we talked about how the star points to Jesus, and Jesus is meant to be the brightest thing or the most central thing in the lives we live. And so we were reminded about the fact that as followers of Christ, when we are not experiencing peace or when things seem absolutely chaotic all around us, and in the lives we live, that perhaps it's a reminder, it's God nudging us that we need to allow Christ to be central in our lives again. This week we're going to continue on, and I've entitled this week, the dreaded holy or the dreaded sacred Christmas pageant, right? And so around this time of year, one of the things that happens at churches, which is just absolutely incredible and fantastic, is the kids come in and they tell us the story of the Nativity, right? They act it out in so many different ways and different forms, and the folks that gather absolutely love it and enjoy it. But you know, before we get to that place where we get to enjoy it, there's usually a director and some volunteers that are really stressed out. Props aren't working right, bathrobes don't fit right, and whatever it might be. And even the parents are sometimes worried little Johnny's going to say something he shouldn't say or something like that. I mean, who knows, right? And so what happens is the Nativity ends up being this jobbled gobbled mess or whatever, right? And characters end up in the wrong places and all this stuff, and we but it's still the Christmas story, right? And somehow by the time the morning's over, everything gets in the right spot. Jesus is still in the center. His family's gathered. The shepherds and others have gathered to offer him their worship and their praise. And we enjoy living this out and watching it with young persons, with children. And I think we not only enjoy it for the comedy, we not only enjoy it because of the season, but I think there's another reason that really speaks to the heart of who we are as followers of Christ, that we appreciate the children living this out for us. I want to share a little bit about that with you on Sunday. And so I hope that you'll join us Sunday morning, 10 a.m., Gravely Elementary School. I guarantee you we'll be saving you a seat. And I hope to see you then. Till then, take care and God bless.